All right. Yesterday night, a bid of Bryan Mbeumo was obviously submitted by the club of Manchester United. John Evans, shock return to the club of Manchester United. And lastly, Toby Collier, huge hint. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We are here to see to it that all really goes on well as planned, and let's see how things really pan out into the mix. Now, Fabrizio Romano yesterday night came up with a post that Man United have submitted a new proposal for Bryan Mbeumo, who remains priority target. The proposal was sent over the weekend and it's in excess of £60 million. Discussions continue with Brentford. Mbeumo keeps giving priority to Manchester United. Now, yesterday night, he confirmed to it that over the weekend, United went ahead to put in a bid. And remember, there were stories that we did that hinted onto United preparing a bid, meaning that they had smelled the rat and they were like, something is obviously gonna be going in. But right now, as it stands, the club of Manchester United is still in negotiations with the club of Brentford, obviously come up with a new resolution of what will obviously happen. But Bryan Mbeumo bid in, and we are waiting to see how it's going to be assessed by this big club of a side known as Brentford. But for Manchester United, they know they need this guy. They know they need him to the fullest, and they'll do all what it takes to obviously have him as their player, you know. But looks like this bid is obviously going to be discussed on, and I think the add-ons will obviously make sure that all will move on as planned. Now, from there, we have another update, huge one, moreover, about Bryan Mbeumo. You get? And where is it coming in from? It's a story that I've just gone ahead to post here, and you guys need to obviously get huge concern about it. You understand? So a little bit, a moment. This is Nathan Salt. Nathan Salt is a Man United correspondent for the Mail Sports. He has come up and told us the following. One, that further confirmation, Man United's second bid has tonight gone in for Bryan Mbeumo. Total package in excess of £60 million. United keen to wrap up the deal and have him ready for the preseason. So it's in excess of £60 million, meaning that we were told Brentford see Bryan Mbeumo at the same level or even better than Matthias Cunha. Remember, United triggered the clause of Matthias Cunha of £62.5 million. You understand? After really triggering it, they now came in through and they put in another one for Mbeumo, and they're like 62.5. But there are even other stories that are reporting that the side of Brentford wants close to £70 million. But when someone says they submitted in excess of £60 million, it can be 70, it can be 60.2, it can be anything around that. Not so? So, we are here to wait and see how that really goes in for this particular case and see how things really pan out for the club of Manchester United in their pursuit for Bryan Mbeumo. Now, Toby Collier, United's plan is very clear. Ruben Amorim and the club want to assess their plans for Toby Collier first, so anyone interested in loan may need to wait a few weeks after preseason starts. So, Toby Collier is one of those young stars that I think we signed from Brighton at was at the age of 19 and came through to the club of Manchester United, and he's seen as one of those players that will transform to be one of the greatest midfielders in the world. And if you're gonna hate to see him play, you like his work rate, you like his 1-2 passing. He doesn't really make very many touches, but if at all space is there, he can really maraud into the final third of the pitch, and obviously even score goals, or take a shot, or even take an assist. You know, he's a risky taker, but United want to assess him in the preseason and see what he can obviously put on the table. If there are improvements that he's obviously going to be making, then that will be a very big plus to the side of Man United and to the people that are really doing the needful. So that is all about the club of Manchester United and Toby Collier. But it's not only him. Very many youngsters are really going to be assessed. You know, 1, Toby Collier. 2, Diego Leon. 3, Harry Amaz. 4, Chidobe Martin. 5, all fifth. There is Shia Lessie, you understand? And Sedu Kone is another one that is obviously going to be assessed during the preseason, and we'll see how everything. Oh, there is also even Konkuchi, you know, that youngster calls Konkuchi, and Fredrickson. So all those will be up for review, and then the club will come up with a decision on to whether they really keep them around or they let them go. Let's go to the last episode of this story. John Evans, Laurie Whitwell, United correspondent for the Athletic, has told us that Jonny Evans is to stay at Man United after agreeing a new role on staff. He will look after youth loans, helping place players at clubs by offering them support through the process. So I think this is where the youths list that I've just gone ahead to mention are really going to be falling. He's going to be responsible for that, and I think they see a coach in him, and that's why they want to keep him, because he's really a very good player. Then John Evans' football experience is seen as a vital to a keep at Manchester United. The club sees him as a valuable asset for his character, professionalism, and experience of winning trophies, and feels a role in bridging the path between academy and senior football suits him. So that is John Evans for you. Now, his experience obviously is really needed, because when you look at all the players that have been at Manchester United, I think he's the only one who retired and who just retired and was part of the Man United side that went ahead to win the Champions League. You know, when United beat Chelsea in 2008, he was part. Then he played in the Champions League final of 2008, 2009. Then he played in another one of 2010, 2011. You get 3 Champions League finals, and he went ahead to really win one and lost 2 finals. You know, he has the Premier League, Club World Cup. He has also gone ahead to win the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Every club trophy that a player has to lift, this guy has gone ahead to lift it. That's why they're really keeping him at the club of Manchester United, and they want to see to it that he really keeps up the journey and keeps up running this club, and the momentum won't really stop. So feel free to go into the comment section your thoughts on Mbeumo new bid submitted, and what's an update about it, and what do you make about John Evans returning at the club of Manchester United this time round, not as a player, but as a person who is obviously going to be helping into the kids department, the teenagers, and see which loans they are going to get, who deserves to be really let go, who deserves to be sold. That's the plan that is making him return to the club of Manchester United. Is it a shock return or unexpected return at the club of Manchester United? You can also tell me your thoughts about Toby Collier. What is your sincere thought about Toby Collier? Should he be kept at Manchester United, or they should really let him go? As we haven't gone ahead to bring in another midfield, I think it doesn't make sense to obviously let him go, because we know his role into that midfield. And for now, this being his third season at the club of Manchester United, I think he has gone ahead to obviously get the muscles to get into that particular space. So guys, first video of the day for United Matters channel. We sign out for now. See you later. Gonna be back here in the next 2 hours, and we're gonna be discussing Man United again.